Press on. Rizzo 5666. You hassling this guy?
What's up?
You hassling this guy?
Oh, no, I was having a conversation with him.
Oh, you're having That's good. That's good. That's awesome.
He thinks I was
That's
harassing
awesome.
you.
No, I asked. Don't put words in my mouth, Rizzo.
Right.
Don't put words in my mouth. I asked you a direct question, and what I didn't ask is for you to try and defame me to another one of the people, okay? I'm here watching you, my public servant, not him, right? You don't need to try and turn the people against each other. I'm not your enemy, but I wanted to know what was going on. So you just stopped and turned on your lights, 2 officers, to have a conversation with him?
What's that?
So you got 2 officers stopped, one going the wrong way with lights on, just to have a conversation?
No, I told you I was just talking to him.
Yeah, but what do you guys stop like this for?
We got a call about something going on over here, sir.
What's going on?
Nothing.
It's a matter of public interest. If you got a call, let me get that call number, Rizzo.
You want the call number?
How else am I going to go make a public information request? You seem hell-bent on obstructing my public information. You could just tell me what the call was, and I'd be good to go. I don't want every detail about it.
Case number?
Oh, you got a case number. There was a crime?
1660951, sir, is the case number.
16605
0951.
0951.
Correct.
So there was a crime?
There was a call. I didn't say there was a crime.
Well, you have a
So
case
just put
number.
words in my mouth.
Well, you have a case number as opposed to a call number. So that means you're going to fill out a report.
I am not.
Oh, they're over there.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing a great job distracting. Rizzo. All right, so they're making that guy leave? What was it? He just warned those 2 gang members on his radio. Yeah, he did. Oh, he didn't expect the people to have a walk signal. Yep. Let's see what exactly is going on here. What are you 2 up to? You first. What are you up? What's your name?
Officer Jiminez 7611 is my employee number.
Yeah. And go ahead and say that for me.
Gallon Camp.
Gallon Camp 7077. So what are you 2 up to?
We're making sure people are not sleeping on the sidewalk, which is a violation of city ordinance.
I'm not going to argue with you there.
That's it.
There were people sleeping on the sidewalk
Yes, sir.
in the
Right now,
daytime.
the gentleman was asking us if the bathroom was unlimited time, but it's a 15-minute time. It's a free bathroom, but you got 15 minutes to use it so that other people can use it. So we're kind
Oh, right there, Baño Publico.
Right.
All right, public toilet.
So I guess he wasn't informed about the time. So
Sure.
showing the posted signs. as well.
Sure. I appreciate your
And that way that
straightforwardness.
they
You
can-
know.
and they can also, this building right here, this is not a public building, it's a private building.
Absolutely.
They're not allowed to store their items on this window.
They had their items on the window.
Yeah, he wanted to store some stuff like a little blanket and stuff like that. Because in the building, they were gonna.
Well, did the owner complain?
They complain to us all the time.
They did complain about this guy in particular.
Not this one, all these guys here.
Well, you know that doesn't fly, right?
Well, we
I
have
mean,
to
you
talk.
can't have a blanket complaint
Oh, I know.
about just anybody
You
because
can actually.
no,
For
because
some stuff you can,
no, because see, I'm sure the owner gives permission for some people to do some things, right? And you can't just assume that everybody, you have to have a specific complaint when we're talking about trespassing, which that would be trespassing, placing stuff on their property is trespassing, right? But you'd have to be asked to leave by the registered owner and then refuse to leave in order to be trespassed, right? But you just, I'm guessing, said it in a certain way and told him to move on.
No, I told him that he couldn't store that there.
So you gave him an order.
He told me he couldn't store it there. It's like if I give you a recommendation.
Well, shouldn't
If
and
I tell
couldn't
you-
are 2 different words.
Let me tell you. So I'm gonna give you a recommendation, right? Let's say I'm like, you should wait for the light. Some people haven't waited yet, right? Maybe they are waiting.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wait for them to violate the law. So instead, I'm gonna tell you, you should wait for the light.
You're not
Because
going to
then
wait
you're
for
gonna-
them to violate the law?
I'm not.
I love your
I'm just
glasses,
giving
Jiminez.
them-
They match your
I'm
shirt.
just giving them an advice, like, hey, you should wait for the light, so then you can wait for the light.
So, like,
It's
if
like
I
you saying,
just
like,
came
hey,
up
you
to
should
you,
not do that. That way you don't get in trouble. It's like you're giving somebody advice so they don't get in trouble. Why wait? Till
so
somebody
don't
gets in
beat your
trouble?
dog.
Got it.
Don't kick your husband.
Right.
Don't fall in any donut holes.
Donut holes.
Yeah, donut
I
holes.
love donut holes.
But have you ever fallen in one and bumped
No,
your
I've
head?
never seen a donut that big.
You've never seen a donut that big? That's good, Jiminez. We have to laugh.
Right.
You know what I mean? Life is just a big joke. But seriously, warning people before they commit a crime. I mean, you lost me on that one, Jiminez.
Not warning
Seriously.
people, it's like giving an advice. It's not,
Advice.
It's advice for like
Legal advice?
no. It's just
You
like
don't
a
give
person-
legal advice,
I don't
Jiminez?
give legal advice. I'm not a lawyer.
So what kind of advice is it?
Like
I
a
mean, there's a
personal-
vice, though. There's
It's a
definitely a
vice.
vice.
Yeah, like a
It-
personal thing.
A personal thing.
Yeah, like hey, you may get run over if you go across the street when the light is not green.
When the light is not green.
You know. Like,
You know what? A green light has never saved anybody's life, and neither is a crosswalk.
Well,
Those
that-
lines right there don't protect anybody.
That is not for me to say because I didn't make the law. So
You've
we're
seen
gonna have
people
to-
hit in a crosswalk before,
Oh,
right?
I have seen people get hit in a crosswalk.
Yeah,
I've
those
seen
lines
otherwise,
didn't
too.
stop a
I've seen
car.
people get hit when they don't wait for the light.
Yeah, in both cases, share one thing in common, Jimenez. You know what it is?
People are not paying attention.
People are not paying attention, and they probably did not look both ways before they crossed. A lot of times people get complacent at a crosswalk, and they just walk and don't
Oh,
even
yeah,
look.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
right?
Is
And
there
then-
anything else I can help you? Because we need to get out.
That was a really fast conversion you did there. You were like midway through a sentence, and then you're like, is there anything else I can help you with? That's part of your policy, isn't it? You're supposed to say, is there anything I can help you with?
No, I'm asking
Those
you
specific
bluntly.
words, is that part of your policy, Jimenez?
I don't know about the specific words, but we have some policies.
You have some policies?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm abreast of a lot of them. Who's your sergeant?
Sergeant Bisola.
How do you spell that?
Bisola. I'm not 100% how to spell it. It's like
You don't know how to spell your sergeant's name?
J-U-U-S-O-L-A.
Jimenez.
I'm new in his shift.
Did I tell you I like your glasses? They match your shirt.
You did say that.
I did, but you brushed it off. I remember like it was yesterday.
Anything else?
There could be.
No,
I mean,
I'm asking you because if not,
all right.
I need to take care of tomorrow.
One question. If you pass this question,
Okay.
then I will just turn around and I'll hope to see you again on a traffic stop. You know, but under what condition is a person required to identify themselves in the state of Texas?
They're detained.
Oh, you failed so hard. They have to be
Well,
lawfully arrested. 3802. Now I'm definitely going to have something to talk with your sergeant about if
yeah,
you
go
really
ahead and
believe
tell
that.
me, but I didn't know that.
3802, Jimenez. Have you been bullying
never have.
people out of their ID when they're just detained?
No.
They have to be lawfully arrested.
I don't
It's a
talk to
secondary charge,
People usually come and talk to me.
like me.
Yeah.
But your partner ran away. Why is
No, he
that?
didn't run away.
Yeah, he
He
did.
had other things to do.
He had other things to do, like back up the getaway vehicle. You guys had two cars parked, one in the opposite direction. Oh, you just got shouted on. Did you see that?
Yeah, I just saw that.
You just got shouted on.
It's okay.
You know what, Jimenez? Karma, 3802. Okay, that happened because
Good luck.
you didn't know 3802. I'll tell you that right
No,
now.
I don't think so.
If you had known 3802,
That would not happen.
that would have not happened because I would have been gone. Remember, I said I was going to turn around and walk away
Yeah.
if you had gotten that answer right, but you didn't. You failed. So here's your makeup question: Is the improved on the highway? Is the improved shoulder part of the highway?
Sure.
Sure. You seem unsure of yourself.
Hey.
It's not part of the highway.
You know the answer better than me, right? You do this every day for a living.
Everybody has the right to life, Jimenez. It's the Fifth Amendment, life, liberty.
You already said otherwise, sir.
You don't
I
have to
just wanna
do
know.
anything for a living. You said, this is what I do for a living.
I do this for a living.
You are living. I am living. Everybody is living. And newsflash, everybody will be living until the second that they're not. But it'll only happen one time.
Man, you should write a book
Jimenez.
about that.
Write a book. Would you read it?
Not really. It's not my kind of stuff.
Not really, but I can write that on the back of the cover jacket. Jimenez said to write a book, but she's not going to read it.
Yeah.
That's great, Jimenez. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks for the shout out. I'll remember that. I'll remember that.
Fine.
I will too. I never forget, Jimenez. I never forget. You either? What's your sign?
I don't believe in signs.
You don't have to believe in it to know what it is.
I don't know, sir.
All right, what month?
What is your sign?
Oh, so you do believe in
Are you
signs.
telling me?
I'm telling you, I asked you, what month are you born in?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know what month you're born in?
Oh, the month? Yeah.
Yeah, what
But I
month?
don't want to give you my birthday.
No, not your birthday, just the month.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
No.
Are you an obscurantist?
What is that?
That's somebody who obscures. It's the perfect word to describe government in its entirety.
Oh, it seems like you have bad experiences with people from government.
No, it's just that government protects government and they try and obscure the public information from the people. And that's why the First Amendment exists, guaranteeing the right of press. Because when the people press Jiminez, it applies pressure. And pressure is uncomfortable. Here comes one of your buddies. Oh, he's a sergeant. You're the guy I needed to talk to? She didn't know how to spell your name.
Of course, you know, since he's asking me.
It is a long
She
name.
doesn't know how to spell, but you're her sergeant, her direct sergeant. Even I know how to spell his name.
Well, 'cause
It's
it's in front of you.
Juusola. She doesn't know 3802, and that's a real problem.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, don't brush me off here. 3802 is important. It's the code you guys use on every stop when somebody's required to identify themselves. I take that very serious. Jiminez,
Don't you think that there's like
we've
other
had a
things that,
chance
like,
to talk.
We should be like more versatile and.
Excuse
in
me,
our
it's the
knowledge of-
one code that you use on every
And
stop.
what's that?
3802, when somebody is required to identify themselves in the state of Texas.
Okay.
When are they required?
I don't even know the situation that's going on over here. So.
3802 is very clear. It describes one specific instance when somebody is required to give their name, birth date, and address.
So did something happen to you over here?
Excuse me, are you trying to deflect? See, obscurantism. This is what I'm talking about, Jiminez.
No, I'm just trying to help you.
Obscurantism. If you help me, then you'll tell me under what condition is somebody required to give their name, birth date, and address in the state of Texas.
Okay.
It's a one-word answer.
Did you ask them for any of that?
No, not at all. Because
Juusola.
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 I was just
Just
saying
solar.
she needed a hand over here.
Do you not know the code or what?
Good. It got me like.
She says you only have to be detained in order to be required to give an ID.
She says you're not detained though.
It has nothing to do with me. It's called the people pressing on their public servants right now.
So is this like a game show?
That's what I was telling
Oh.
you.
If it is, you're losing. She got shotted on by the bird.
What can
I
I
will
win?
see that as I win, though.
What you could win
Where
is a
I'm
little
from,
bit of
that's
good
good
rapport
luck.
with the people, because right now you guys are failing miserably, especially you. Me and Jiminez were doing a lot better, even though she didn't know the
you're
answer.
gonna win the prize.
She didn't have an
Yeah,
attitude
I
about
think I
it.
won already. I'm
Like,
telling you.
I get a partying gift.
I think so. I'm telling you. Where I'm
Are you
from,
trying to
the
get
first
pressy,
person-
Juusola?
Pressy?
Yeah, pressy.
I don't even know what pressing means.
He's been telling all kinds of words that.
Yeah, pressy. That's when a public servant with no rights tries to take the right to press and gets an attitude and thinks that
I'm
you have
just over
free
here talking
speech.
to my officer.
Well, I want to know when somebody is required to identify themselves. This is a matter of great public interest.
Well, it sounds like you
And
know
you're
the answer.
obscure. I do.
Okay.
Absolutely. But it's more important that you know the answer and that Jiminez knows the answer.
If you want something else, because I don't want to be in that show, but.
What's wrong with the one thing I want?
I guess you can go to the library and look it up.
Oh, I can go look it up.
Yeah, Google
For
can
sure.
find it.
Google can find it? Is that what you tell the judge?
I'm not even talking to it. Are you a judge?
But is that what you tell a judge? Do you say Google it?
But that has nothing to do with it.
Have you ever
I don't-
charged
I don't-
somebody with failure to
I don't
ID?
play game shows with judges. So
You think this is a game? People's rights?
there's no game here. The only one you're playing.
So there is a game?
Apparently.
I'm talking about the rights of the people, and you call that a game? Apparently.
You're
Juusola?
the one playing games over here.
You're the one playing games, you say.
Then you just keep playing on words. So I want to know what else you want.
That's what you
want
wanna
to
know?
Tell you what's wrong with the people that were here. We told you what we were doing. I explained to you about why people can't be here, putting their property on other people's property, what people got to do when they cross the street, and you just keep going around to get your point across.
What people gotta do
there
when they
was
cross
a
the street.
purpose in this. Okay, so now I can help you. So if there's a situation and I can give you a clear explanation of what happened and the violations of city ordinances or state laws, that might be a little bit more helpful to you than just asking me a random question.
But he wasn't in there.
Oh, it's
He
random.
wasn't part of the people. He just decided.
Well, you told me your question had no bearing on anything going on here. You just wanted to test my knowledge. So,
Yeah.
Well, I,
He was around, wanted to know why we were telling people
Okay.
that needed to be here.
and you answered that.
People were sleeping here and stuff, and then
Yeah.
the guy wanted to know
Drinking
if-
alcohol downtown business area.
all of which are crimes. I had no arguments with Jiminez,
Awesome.
but we have come across a question that seems to be a stumbling point for all of you.
So here's the thing.
And I find that
When people
unacceptable.
ask me questions and they're doing it for a specific purpose.
George, 190.
I find that you usually use that to bend words or
To
whatever,
bend words.
to search your own purpose.
You find that.
Yeah, usually
My
that's
own
the case.
purpose. Let me ask you, do the people
Everybody
have a
should have
right
an
to their own purpose?
See, that doesn't even make sense to me.
Do the people have a right to their own purpose?
Okay, we'll say yes.
Yeah, we'll say yes, they do.
Okay.
Under the First Amendment, right?
Okay.
They have a right to redress their grievances with their servants. And these guys are bums. I hope you're not learning from them. Carlisle 3368. Are you you're a corporal?
Corporal, sir.
Is he your sergeant?
He is.
Man, that's really a pity. I hope you
You don't judge somebody just off a 5-minute conversation, because that'd be a real pity on your behalf.
I don't do that. In fact, whenever I film, and I film all the time, I try and meet you guys first before you're on a traffic stop or whatever, so that you at least know that I exist and I'm no harm, right? Except my
I'm not taking
camera,
you as being a harm to me.
right? But what I'm saying is that conversation is everything, and I never publish until I have the full story, right? So I'm not one of those one-hit YouTube wonders that goes and has a conversation like this and then boom, puts it on YouTube.
Okay.
And tries to make somebody look bad. Hopefully me and that sergeant will meet again, and he will have taken a look at Penal Code 3802 and maybe shaken his head a little bit and come to the conclusion that, oh, shocking, that is important to the people when they're required to provide their identification. Right? That's an important thing. The people have a right to know when they're required to identify themselves.
How you doing, sir?
Right?
No, I haven't done anything. I was last cop here. I rode up. Everything was done.
Everything was done.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with any of this.
Nothing to do with any of this.
I don't know what led to your two's conversation. It didn't start with me.
Well,
As you saw, I was the last
no.
one to ride up.
I always film the police when they're stopped and they had two cars, one going the wrong way, and I wanted to see what was going on, of course, and Jiminez was very forthcoming about what was going on.
We're allowed to go the other way and have our lights on.
I'm not saying you're not.
Well, you pointed that out. I was
Only
pointing-
because it's obvious to me that there's a stop, a call, a case.
Still bending words and making your own agenda over here.
You've got it all figured out,
Is
Gisola.
that what he does?
5930. You don't have a right to an opinion. You're not paid to think. You're paid to listen and to
You're my
serve.
master, right?
that's
Well,
not
I
very
didn't
nice.
use that word, but the framers made things in a certain way. I didn't do it. Don't shoot the
You
messenger.
were calling
But
Sergeant
you're all
Gisola.
servants of the people, and I'm one of the people. So that means that you serve the people, which makes you a servant.
Am I a people too?
No, hell no. People have rights. Do you have rights?
What am I?
You look like a person to me, clearly with an all capital letter title right there. Only titles are
That's
capitalized.
just beneath you, though.
Beneath me, it's not my fault. All the people are above the government. This government is of the people, for the people, by the people. Don't blame me. If you want to yell and scream and call somebody a word bender, talk to Thomas Jefferson. Talk to Benjamin Franklin, okay? Because they're the ones who defined people in person.
Did you know they got
It's
it?
not possible. That's right.
Yeah.
You took an oath to defend his words, and I didn't.
I was just hoping we could just.
Which
respect
means you're
each other.
under an oath. The people don't
Did you know
take
that
an
we're trying to
oath,
build
do
bridges
they?
with the community here?
It doesn't seem like it because I had a simple question, Gisola, and you're a sergeant.
Yeah.
And that question was, under what circumstance is a person required to give their name, birth date, and address?
And am I required to answer that for you?
You are not required to, but you talk about building bridges, and that is not building bridges. The people want to know when they're
So here's
required
my
to
point,
do
is
something.
You're looking for a certain thing that I'm going to say, and you're going to want to make that frame to your agenda that you're filming right now.
No, I want the right answer. It says it specifically in 3802. It's a one-word answer. There's one time.
Well, go ahead and answer that since you already know it.
Oh, my viewers know.
Okay.
Yeah, but The question that we got answered here is just sola an obscurantist, and the answer is yes. You're obscuranting. You put your helmet on to try and hide and create distance between the people and their servants.
I put it on because it's required by policy, and I'm about to bike off.
Oh, policy. Well, neither of you are detained.
You can't detain us.
I can't?
No.
Well, it seems like...
Citizens can only make a detainment on a breach of the peace or a felony, sir.
Oh, well, you think that detainment requires a word, and actions speak louder than words, okay?
A breach of the peace or a felony.
Answer me this. For 20 minutes and 30 seconds, somebody's been detained.
No, because we could leave at any time.
Yeah, I'm sure you've told a lot of people that too.
Yeah.
You're not detained. You can leave at any time, but I'm talking to you, right?
You're free to leave.
You're free to leave too.
Yeah, but you've told that to people before. Oh, you're not detained. But I'm talking to you.
We're not going back to my 23 years on the Austin Police
23
Department.
years?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, man.
we're not
You retire
covering
after
that.
25?
No, I can retire now, but I choose to stay here because I like my job and
You
I
like your
people
job?
downtown.
You like the people downtown?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm not your enemy.
I didn't say you were.
I'm just saying, I'm not your enemy.
Every
If
transient down here I know, they're like my family.
transients, they're your family.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Well,
He spends a lot of time with them. If you
I
think
spend
about
time
40
with them.
hours a week,
yeah,
going on.
absolutely.
I try to get them off the streets. I try to get them into rehab. I try to get them food. Yeah, I do.
And the lesson there is that all we can do is offer.
Just like your example.
Right? We can't make anybody
Yeah.
accept an
And just like your
offer.
example earlier, you wanted something where we've talked to somebody and said they're free to leave. We just had a conversation with people we knew down the street. They're free to leave. They were fine with talking to us.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
inconsensual.
I'm fine to talk with you too. In fact, if you ever see me, feel free to stop and talk to me. Right? You don't need permission. Conversation is the key to everything. Right? And sometimes we have to battle a little bit before we can take a breath and settle down
I don't
and
think
talk
you-
to each
you
other
think
as
this is a
humans, you
battle.
know?
You might be going about this the wrong way. It's not a battle.
Well, I didn't
Okay?
say this was a
Community policing
battle.
is not a battle.
No, I mean the whole charade that has
Charade
taken
now?
place. Yeah, it's a charade.
What's charade?
When you move your hands in like ways like this,
You're the one.
That's
doing that.
charades,
I'm-
right?
I've been standing like this.
charades.
So are you doing this?
You're not
charade?
in the mood for humor. I mean, I don't
I
have
know,
a
I'm
white
asking
suit
you
on. There's no
because
stage, but
you're the one calling this a battle and a charade, and I'm talking to you.
I
about
called it a
everything.
charade. I didn't call it a battle. I said that sometimes we have to battle,
Okay,
but I didn't say
you're
that we
battling.
did battle.
He's trying to paint a bad picture of the police.
Yeah,
Words
it's not
matter.
working.
No, I am not painting
I think you failed
anything.
this,
I'm
sir.
pressing, but painting is another First Amendment protected activity. You got that one right, but no, I'm pressing, right? And if you feel the pressure, it's
No,
because
I don't feel any pressure, sir.
no, not pressure.
He's calling himself
Presser.
the presser.
No. I didn't call myself the presser. The presser is when the press is pressing on you.
I don't feel that.
Okay, it's uncomfortable, and that's called the presser, right? The presser, not pressure. You probably, if you look up this word, I didn't make it up. The White House regularly, well, not anymore, but they used to hold pressers, and that's where
That's when
like,
they have a press conference.
but they would sometimes they call them pressers.
Yeah, that's short
Right.
for a press conference.
Yeah, but they're a little different.
guys.
But same idea.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, she appreciates.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
She
Y'all have a
they
great day.
appreciate.
Another
Yeah.
positive community experience.
I'm sure that'll save you from a ticket one day.
Well, they're probably not in town through tomorrow, so they're probably not going to do anything wrong.
I know, but Stockholm syndrome is real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now we're going back
when
to, like,
when somebody
1968
when
or
somebody
72 or
identifies
something.
with their captors,
Yeah.
that's
They weren't
called
captive.
Stockholm.
You're not captive.
Well, we're all captive in a sense.
No, we're not. I'm not captive. I'm not captive.
No, you're not captive.
No.
You're sovereign citizens.
I wouldn't go
You're,
that far.
you're a sovereign citizen for sure. You don't think you have to answer my question,
I don't.
but you so far, I have no reason to believe you're a sovereign citizen, but
I'm not.
you're not.
No.
Yeah, because the FBI has deemed them a terrorist organization.
Well, you know, the FBI sometimes isn't good for much. Just depends.
Hold the presses.
You pressing again?
The people are always pressing.
Oh.
Okay, when you see the people, when they post on Facebook or they write in a journal,
We're trying to do community service and help the community, but now we're going back down another
Well, this
road.
is the gentleman, and I don't know your name. I'm Corporal Carlisle, as you can read.
Corporal
You don't have a
Carlisle.
name tag on. This gentleman was trying to paint me in a picture of being a negative plight on the homeless and the transients downtown.
Who?
Knowing that I've been downtown
Who?
since January of 2000.
Wait, who tried to
and
do that?
You have.
I didn't say anything about
I
it.
would challenge you to go down to the shelter.
No,
That is not
Go down to the shelter.
Corporal Carlisle. I have to stop
I'm
you right
more than
there.
happy to go down to the
Wait,
arch with you.
we
or
didn't
any-
have
talk to
any-
transients
we didn't
or homeless
talk-
people, and they'll tell you everything that I try to do for them.
We did not even broach the subject of how you are with transients until you said
No, you brought it
that
up
you.
earlier.
No,
That
I
we
didn't.
infringed on them, and that we pressed on them, and that we told them, well, you're free to go, but we talked to them like we were making them.
No,
stay.
I said how many people have you done that to?
Yeah, see, so you're
Right,
implying
when
that I
you
do
stop
it.
somebody, not a transient. I didn't say a transient.
So you're
Trying
implying that I
rope
do
them
it
into
to
a
anybody.
conversation
That you have done it. Right, that's the standard cops plain. I learned
Standard
everything I learned from cops, and I do it right back.
Did you learn everything you know off TV? Is that what you're saying?
Is that what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said you learned everything you learned.
Are you
from cops?
bending words,
No,
Corporal
I'm asking.
Carlisle? I love that
I'm
about
asking
this
you, is that
guy.
what you're doing?
This guy can bend words like nobody. That's verbal judo.
Oh, is that what it is?
Verbal
You're the one
judo?
that said you learn everything you know from cops.
That's a television show.
That's a television show.
And it's a crime to lie to a
Okay.
police officer too, especially a corporal.
No,
No.
it's not a crime to lie to a police
Okay,
officer.
it's not a
Because you're
crime
detained and it's an
to lie
investigation.
unless they're detained and it's an investigation and it's a material
I mean, you could
fact.
lie to me right now about your name, and I wouldn't care because I have no reason to stop you or ask you for your name or date of birth or home address.
Right. Well, it's not nice to call people names, Corporal
I'm not
Carlisle.
calling you names.
Right. You said my name. You know,
I
but
don't know your name.
haven't you ever heard the expression? It's not nice to call people names.
Yeah, I didn't call you a name.
Correct. You said you didn't know my name.
Yeah.
Right. And I've said previously a number of times that I'm one of the people.
Okay.
And people, it's not nice to call them names, which you have
I
made
haven't.
no attempt to try and call me any names,
I haven't made any of
and
that.
that's fabulous.
Yeah. 'Cause
But-
why would I want to downgrade anybody or make
To
fun of
downgrade,
them? Why would I
that's
wanna do
exactly
that?
what it is when you
That's not
name
what-
somebody.
That's not the way you do police work.
That is not the way you
No.
do police work.
You build bridges.
You build
You build
bridges,
trust in the community.
and you build trust because once you
Without that
lose
the
trust,
community's lost.
right,
Yeah.
and once you lose trust, it's very hard to earn it back.
Oh, it's
You see?
almost damn near impossible to.
Yeah, and I have no doubt that you know 3802 Gisola,
So, you know what I
and
really
yet
like
you don't
for
want
you
to
do?
say the one-word answer, and that now we're
Because typically
talking
when
about
people ask
trust.
questions like that, they're trying to frame their own agenda. And I'm not
It's not an agenda; it's a code. I didn't write I didn't write the code. You know,
want to, the
these
most
aren't my
effective way
opinions.
to do
I
that-
know the answer,
Okay.
but you guys are asking identifications from, I'm guessing,
I didn't ask
pretty
your
much
identification.
everybody you stopped.
You actually walked right up and started talking to me.
Yeah, you
I
guys
did
didn't
not-
stop me.
I did not ask you your
You
your
didn't stop
identification.
me.
No.
Right.
I know.
But when you get a call and you stop somebody, I mean,
Well,
I'm
okay,
pretty
now,
much
you're wanting to
guaranteeing
put
you're
a big
asking
what
for
if
their
game
ID.
now.
Here's the thing is, those
No.
people across
Yeah.
the street,
No, because
Because
what
every
does
call is
3802
different.
say?
I don't, but every call is different. Okay.
3802
You
is
can't
the
stop
same
somebody
every time.
and ask them for their name. And 3802 doesn't apply to every incident that a police officer is involved in.
That's
Because
true.
every
It doesn't
call is
apply to
different.
traffic stops.
we could sit under
It
this
doesn't
tree.
apply to traffic
We could
stops.
sit under this tree and what if this all day long. But the
It's
truth
not a
be
what
told,
if.
If my Aunt Charlene had balls, she'd be my Uncle Charlie. Okay? So because you can narrow or build or guide any conversation any way you want it.
No, 3802 is very specific.
Okay?
This is not a game. This is not
I
a
didn't-
magic trick.
I didn't say it
This
wasn't
is not
that.
bending of words.
I didn't say it was a magic
3802
trick or game.
says a person is obligated to provide their name, birth date, and address when they have been lawfully arrested and asked.
You're talking about failed ID.
Fail to ID,
Okay.
3802.
Okay, for that to happen, when the person has to tell their truth, okay, about
No,
who they are.
they can't lie if they're
Correct.
detained.
Correct.
But
Yeah.
if they are detained, they don't have to give their name
Yeah, I know.
unless they've been
And if they
lawfully
do, they have to give
arrested.
it- if they do, they have to give the right one.
Yes.
Yes, I know
And
that.
if they're a witness, they have to give the right
Yes.
one. But they don't have to give one at all if they're a witness or simply
Yeah,
detained.
so why are you hung
See,
up
so
on,
why is
are you
this
hung
so
up on
hard?
such a low-level misdemeanor?
Low level.
Yeah, it's a class B and C misdemeanor. It's an A if they have a
Yeah,
warrant.
well, explain that to somebody that has to spend days and months in court and possibly get arrested,
Yeah, like I
get
said-
bullied out of their rights. See, we're talking about trust, right?
Okay.
So,
Again, none of that applies to us. We haven't done any of that.
correct. I haven't seen you do any of that, and I didn't accuse either of you of doing any of that.
Assuming that we
I
do it
assumed
because we're police.
that you would all give me the right answer, like so many other officers have
What is
quickly
your version
given
of the right answer, sir?
when they're arrested.
Okay?
That's the
First
right
off,
answer.
You never asked me that question.
I asked when is a person required to give their name, birth date, and I asked him
Okay. See,
several
now you're getting
times.
confused because you said you asked me.
No,
didn't ask me.
we had no problems,
Okay.
right? I didn't jump to any conclusions with you.
No, you did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
You're
You
so
jumped to
sure
the
of that.
conclusion that I wasn't nice to transients or homeless individuals.
I never said that.
But you didn't know me.
And then,
when
and then you also assumed that he illegally detained people because he's been a police officer for so long.
Yeah.
So.
You did. Yeah.
Oh, the video is gonna really bear this out.
Don't worry. We have
I-
our own video, too. I hope you have a good day.
You guys are recording?
Yeah, we have to record our interactions.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got this from 3 angles. So there's going to be a call number on this? What is it?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't gotten
Well,
one.
we're going to have to get it. Now that I know that you got body cams, I'm going to have to be able to
So
track
you have
those
to do an open
down.
records request.
Yeah, but I need a call number or an incident number or something, a
Well,
tracking
there's no call
number of
or
some
incident
sort.
Number yet because we're
We're
not.
just
we're,
having a consensual
we're, yeah, we're
conversation.
engaging in consensual
Except that you've
conversation.
got those body cams running, which means that there's going to have to be accountability. No more obscuranting. You guys blew it.
You can just say to the open records people that you were standing at this block, you talked to Corporal Carlisle and Sergeant G. Solo, and you would like a copy of that video from this date and time, and they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
They'll just give it to me.
Well, we'll supply it to you within a timely fashion. I think they get 10 days to answer an open records request.
That's correct.
It's
And
10 business days.
I mean, I think that I should just give one of you my email because I've technically
Well, I'm not
given
gonna email
you,
it to you.
I've technically given you the public records request already.
No, that doesn't suffice because we don't deal with retrieving the data and sending it to people.
Oh, you don't deal with it.
We have a separate units that do that.
That's
We
so
don't even have
sad.
computers, we got
Yeah,
a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nevertheless, you are the holders of the information.
No,
And yeah,
the
you are.
police
You're
department
actually
is. We're
holding the
we're not
information
in control
right
of any
now.
of this stuff that we have on us. None of this is ours. It's the police department's.
Right, but when you download it, you can write down my email address and that I am requesting the
No.
body cam footage, and you can
I can't
forward
make
that
the
to
open
the
records
appropriate.
request for you, sir.
You can't.
No, you have to make the open records request.
Can't never did a thing,
Yeah.
Corporal Carlisle.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. You're going to have to do your own open records request.
Have you ever read the book The Little Engine That Could?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Don't remember it.
Don't remember.
No.
You would remember. It's a really good book.
Okay.
Because the little engine, he could.
What you need?
I really enjoyed this
Hey, so we
charade.
got to go help some people. Like
You
the police
do?
Yes.
Oh, well, I thought we had already discovered that you could only offer.
Well, thank you.
You
Thanks
couldn't
a lot.
actually help anybody. You could only offer. I thought we had gotten past that. You're not claiming to have helped people, are you?
I've helped a lot of people. In
Oh
23
my God!
years.
I thought you said you can only offer.
I have, and I've offered in 23 years a lot.
So
I've
if they
offered.
accept it, then you're helping them. But if they don't, then what? Who gets the blame for that? Yeah. Press on. Right?
What is it you say? You're like, press on. And you're like, yeah.
Press on.
And then you
Assemble forth. Legion about.
Legion about.
Sound off. Amble. Pursue happiness with your life and your liberty on your property. And for God's sakes, exercise your Fourth Amendment right as one of the people not to be in your person.
Whatever that means.
Press on. Yeah. Have a good day, Officer Fox. Press harder. Press now. Like, comment, subscribe. Spread the word. Right? Press on.
Master by the name of Bates, smoking more than all 50 states combined. Yeah, right, I gotta stay on the grind. I got no money, so my weed's on my mind. I hit the club, but you know I can't dance. 7 and 7 in my cutoff chance. Tie that shirt in my long ass hair. What part of how I look makes you think I care?